So here I got a couple things in the mail today for fire starting. Got a couple of these pocket bellows, slightly different sizes, but essentially the same thing. You put the short end into the fire, breathe on the big end, and stokes the fire. Also received a Bayite, I think that's how you say it, box. Let's unwrap this. Your ferro rod. It comes with the coating on there. Just do a couple scrapes to get that off. Let's see what we can do. Still getting the coating. I'm going to go ahead and use the sharp end because I don't care. One of the benefits of using a utility knife, you can just replace it when it gets dull. It's a pretty good amount of sparks. Let me use the backside of a stronger blade from a multi-tool. Oh yeah, it's beautiful. There's too much flexibility on the thin side of the utility knife, but the sharp side cuts into it pretty well. Beautiful, excited to start playing with those. Alright, I'm excited to use this ferro rod, but I noticed it has the hole for the paracord. I think that's what the label says on it too. But I want to see if I can make a little handle for it real quick. Take a piece of this wood. Beautiful. Just a little chunk of wood. We can clean it up later. Now I took the drill bit that's the closest size to the ferro rod. See if that fits. Oh, I'm gonna give it a little more wiggle room. Beautiful. All right. So real quick, make a mark for where the edge is. And that I'll use to measure how far I want to drill a hole for the paracord to go through. Well, it's a gamble. We'll see if that works. Clean out the hole a little bit. I see the light. I see the light. Now let me see if I can put the hole straight through. here's hoping this even fits. May need to persuade it a little bit to get all the way through. Twisting it helps it get a little bit firmer, get some tension on there. Success. Beauty. Cut that off. The blade's a little dull from scraping it against the ferro rod earlier. I can flip it around or replace it. There we go. Now all I need to do is just clean this up by whittling it down. I got myself a handle. Maybe if I get good enough I can carve a little shape into it. Or do that ahead of time. But essentially, that's all you got to do. Now I've got a nice holding piece for my ferro rod. Alright, now we're going to test it out. We've had a little bit of rain. It's kind of breezy, so perfect conditions to practice. I brought some of the sawdust that we just drilled out of there. Got some of the punky wood in there, the sawdust, some wet cedar bark, but I also brought this jute twine. Just jute twine from craft store. Spread that out, try to use it. I have a cotton ball with some petroleum jelly because you don't want to leave these things to chance, but I'll try it with something a little harder first. I'm no expert, just trying it out and hopefully we can learn something. So let me set those in there, get more of it ready to go. Loosening up all the threads. Loosening it all up and then kind of putting it in together like a nest. Hopefully you can catch some of these sparks. I laid some of these logs around here as a windbreak. I also have my pocket bellows ready to go. I can test that out if we can catch something burning. I will use one of these strong blades instead of my utility knife. All right, let's give it a try. Beautiful. Now I'm going to get the pocket bellows. Oh, lost it. Let's try it again. I've still got some jute twine in there. Let me get the nice tinder around there. Maybe I'll give it a second longer. This throw sparks pretty well. Well, I'm a failure at starting it. Let's try the cotton ball. The jute twine struck up really well, but I let it die out, so we'll have to change our strategy a little bit. Hopefully we can get some of these little things to start burning. petroleum burns nicely on there. I don't even think I need the bellows yet because it's really just a flame. Don't even have a good ember going. So let's try to feed the flames while they last. Cedar bark, although it was wet, is doing remarkably well. Well, parts of it are. Look at that. I have a couple of sticks that I feathered a little bit by basically just slicing little pieces off, hoping that those little edges would get caught and trying to get down to the dry wood underneath. Oh, just letting my pocket bellows sit in fire. Being careless. Now that we have some of the wood that's caught and you have some embers, you can give it a little more air and they'll get hot, increase the flames. It's getting really hot. Beautiful. This is great, keeping my face out of the smoke. Unless it's going my way. That works really nicely. Now that's the ferro rod. We could even take some shavings off of there if we needed some dry tinder. Pocket bellows together, they work really well, and we've got a fire going even in some rainy, wet conditions.